Give me a moment. So let's look at what's going on. So the Bitcoin is at 6813 right now, and not the best of the price, but it's come down about $1,000 or so since last evening same time. So but there is some good news coming, so I'll explain what that is in a moment. So let's look at the as you can see, the drop in price for Bitcoin has been 13% in roughly 24 hours, 16 close to 17% for Bitcoin Cash, 16 for Ethereum, and about 14 for Litecoin. It's one of the most wonderful times right now for those of you that are holding and bought at highs. Yes, it is not the best of the times, but if you have been in Bitcoin long enough, you know that Bitcoin bounces back pretty quick. And let me explain that in one moment. Before that, you guys know my page. If you haven't liked it yet, like it. I do a couple of times a video update with pricing. And you can message me, my contact information if you're serious about it, on any personal consultation. But everything else here is free, okay? So this is what I posted earlier in the evening, maybe about an hour back. So it was around 6.7. Okay, so this was kind of the lowest lows, and I talked about being a good time to buy, and I think that is the case right now. In the morning, I posted about something called death cross. Okay, so if you know about trading, there is something called moving averages. So when the 50-day moving average, and then you have 200-day moving average. The 200-day moving average is kind of, it goes this way, okay, and 50-day moving average goes with more where the price is. So the 50-day moving average is coming down, and 200-day is going up, so it intersects. So this is kind of the point of intersection right now for 50 and 200. And if you know anything about the stocks and these moving averages, when the 50-day goes lower than 200-day, then the price falls down. Okay, it's called the bearish turn it takes, which it did, and I'll cover that in a moment. And then it'll take a U-turn and bounce back. Okay, so Bitcoin was around 8,000, not too far back. It was only 2 days back. It was at 8,000, right? Now you're $1,000 less, and it was at 9,000 a week before, right? So let me explain in a little more detail so you know what I'm referring to. It's pretty slow. Yeah, I'll do the live one really quick. Let's go to this bigger chart. Okay. So as you can see right now, it's at 6815, right? So I'm in 6 hours candle, meaning that every one of these is 6 hours. Okay, 6 hours. Yeah. So the past, this is 6, 12, 18, 24, and 32, right? And 36. So the last time in 36 hours, it has come down roughly from this 8,000 to lowest of 6,700. Okay. So this jump right from here, where it was 8,500 2 days back on the 26th. So it's come down from 8,500 to 6,000, roughly $2,000. From 8,500 to 6,700. Okay, that's a big jump down, right? So like I said, these graphs mean something, right? So the red line, which is, let us say it is a 50-day moving average, is now come lower than 200-day moving average, these two are 12 and 26 right now, then it will bounce back anytime. I don't know if you can see the whole thing. I'll explain this. So the lowest it ever touched was this 5,800 this year, okay, and it also touched 5,600 in December. I can't go that far. This screen is only through February. So it's kind of it came to the bottom, okay. It's the same here as of February 1st and now. So as you can see, once it touches this rock bottom, it takes off, okay. It takes off, and then this is where it went to 12,000. So literally doubled in the span of, say, February 7th to 20th. So in 2 weeks it doubled, okay, and then it further went up a little bit, and then it started the decline. It came down to the 9,000 levels. It was around the 9,000, 8,800, and then now it's back to 6,600, and then it's right now over here it's 6,900, close to 7. Okay, let me do the 5-minute candle. So each one of these are 5 minutes. Okay, so the last 10 minutes has been positive. So this was kind of the lower limits, and as you can see, it's done for, it does like go up or down like about 8 or 9 candles, and then takes about 4 or 5, and then goes up in 9. So right now it's this is kind of, as you can see, it is meeting these two lines, and it's around this point where it is trying to build its support base and then go up. That's why I thought it was very important to look at where we are right now, because this is this what I call as death cross happens only alternate years, because you need to have 200 days trading, and the last we saw this was in 2013 when Bitcoin was at 1,000, and then it fell down and it bounced back up. So we are nearing those levels now. Can it come down further? I think so. It may come down till here, which is 6,000. Okay, but will it come down to that level, because it does have support at this level? I'm not sure. Between here and here, you're talking of $600. So, and then it will bounce back up. Okay, so it could bounce back from here. It could come down a bit and bounce back, or it could come down all the way till 6, and nobody knows that. Okay, as you can see, these green thin lines mean that it was there for maybe like few seconds, if not minutes. These thin lines mean that it did touch, but it immediately bounced back. So you can see this thin line here, the same thing it did. It came down for a few seconds and then went back. So will this thin line come down till here? I don't know, but I would say feels good to see that it has touched this bottom. Yeah, it has come down, but you can't stop it. This is market dynamics that does it. Everything that goes up has to come down. So since it's come down its rock bottom, which probably will be here, it will be bouncing anytime soon. Okay, so let's look at the 1 minute. Like I said, it touched this bottom here, and then it zoomed up. So it went up from 7.6 to 7.9, like $300 in like 15 minutes, right? And now it came down a little bit, and it's, as you can see, it is beginning to inch back up. So I did make some good purchases at these levels back. So I think this is kind of what you're looking at. If you ever want to buy, as you can see here, it's zooming up right now. This is the time to get in. Okay. The reason for that is it has a long ways to go. If it came down here, it will go at least till here, which is 11,000, which is kind of double, right? 6,000 and 12,000. When, I can't say that, but I think it has kind of bottomed out. Okay, that's kind of what I wanted to cover today. We call it the death cross, and at some point of time this red line will cross the blue, and that's called the golden cross, which it will do pretty soon, and then it goes back up. Okay, Yeah, pretty massive day today. So I thought I would do a quick video to cover this because there were big time losses. Yeah. Hopefully nobody has sold them, but if people are panicking and selling, as you can see, these the greens mean that folks are buying. As you can see, there's more greens here. Okay, there are 35 bitcoins, 18 bitcoins, each at 6,800. This is just in GDEX. Okay, in one of the exchanges. Nobody's selling here, right? These are sells and these are buys. So when folks are buying, this. I'll explain that in the graphs. You'll see that that's why it's going up, because folks are buying. And this is a good stair-step approach where it goes up slowly. That means it will gradually pick up and go. These are assume some big investor bought like millions of dollars worth. Then it jumps up like every $10 will be like millions of dollars. Okay, investment. So these are incremental buys, which is good. So if it goes up quickly, it comes down. But when it goes gradually like this, it doesn't come down. That means there's very good support, and I'm in 1 minute candle. So every one of these blocks is 1 minute. As you can see, in this 1 minute, it jumped 46 to like $80. Okay, so somebody would have pumped in at least like a couple of millions, if not more. Okay. As you can see, there's some selling going on, but there's some good active buying in progress. So let's see if we can Litecoin. Litecoin lost a lot. Let's look at 6 hours candle. So Litecoin was around this 174 on the 22nd. And now it came down to 112, so about $60. So like 110, and yeah, so probably like 50-60%, right? And let's look at, and it's also bottoming out, I guess, because it will follow. Litecoin will generally follow Bitcoin. If Bitcoin bottoms, you'll see the trend will be the same. Litecoin. The only other one that's kind of different is Ethereum. Let's look at Ethereum. This was Ethereum has more downturn than others, right? It's now this is pretty low, just 374. Where was it? Let's see. It came down from 1500, right? So it's 5 times lower. So if you were into Ethereum, that's one of the reason I was, if you ever followed me, I was always saying no to Ethereum. Because I never had much, I never thought that this coin was really worth this levels at 1,000 and 1,300. So now those who bought at this 1,000 levels are 3 times lower. Okay. Is that a good buy? Yes, but will it go back to 1,000 and 1,500? I'm not sure about that, because you're literally talking of three times. Whereas, and I don't think so. Okay. Whereas Bitcoin, this is Litecoin. Litecoin has only come down. Okay, I wouldn't say that, because Litecoin also was at 300. If for any reason you bought Litecoin in these levels at 220 or so, then yes, it's come down twice. Right, but if you were, Litecoin was around this 150, 160 for a long time. So if that's it, then you're still okay at 20%, and it will come back here. I'm sure it will come back to these levels, 150, 170. It'll go back to 220, I doubt. I mean, it will, but not. It's like Bitcoin going back to 18 to 20,000. Okay. So of all these coins, again, I always cover Bitcoin, and Bitcoin has only come down a little bit compared to other alts. Okay, so let me explain what I mean by that. This guy was at 12,000 and it's 6,000, so it came down like half. Okay, this year again, last year, yes, it came down from 20 or 19,000 to 11,000.